America, we're at the tipping point of an education technology revolution. Virtual schools, video games that teach math, and online classrooms that adapt to individual student needs. Rocketship Elementary and the School of One are examples of blended learning schools that combine the traditional classroom with technological innovation.
Round of applause.
Our first school, Rocketship Mateo, is in 4th year, and right now it's the 5th best low-income school in the state of California, and that's out of 3,000 schools. And our school that opened last year, Rocketship Sisei Pointe, is the 15th best school in the state of California. So we're really excited how things are going.
The School of One in New York City uses technology to create a learning classroom.
In our model, technology helps us to match content with students. So we know exactly what students need to be working on and what lessons are most likely to be successful for each one.
So this is my room. This is where I did my homework.
Maria is a typical American student. She goes to class, does her homework, participates in extracurricular activities, only she does it through CAVA, the California Virtual Academy, a home-based online public charter school.
I'm more of a morning person, so I do better if I do my harder subjects early in the morning, like math and English and biology or chemistry. And sometimes in a brick and mortar school, you don't have that option.
Virtual schools can bring the best teachers and curricula to every student in America without regard to how much money they have or where they live. But what about kids with special needs?
We have a 14-year-old son, and he was diagnosed with severe autism before he was 3 years old.
In the local elementary school district up through, into 2nd grade, it was a struggle.
But despite all their efforts, Mark was effectively pushed out of the local public schools.
So it wasn't just a few little teachers, a bad principal here. You know, it was systemic. We left in a crisis mode.
Mark's case is an exception that proves the rule. His special needs meant that his district school saw him as a liability, but his online school only sees him as another student, and now he's excelling. But because these programs threaten the monopoly of public education as it exists today, lawmakers leveraged by powerful special interests are selling our students short. The National Education Association, the nation's largest teachers union, advocates that there should be an absolute prohibition against the granting of charters for the purpose of homeschooling, including online charter schools that seek to provide homeschooling over the internet.
The possibilities of the new educational technology are limitless, except for the limitations that have been imposed by government. So for example, here in California, rules have been imposed that prevent students from accessing virtual charter schools that are based in counties that are not contiguous to the ones in which they live, as if the internet somehow changes at the county line.
Innovations that are clearly successful for students are blocked out of concerns for the adults in the system.
So Rocketship's model basically asks for less teachers because we have the Learning Lab, which we require non-certified staff, which makes it cheaper for us to replicate.
The Rocketship model needs 25% fewer teachers than district schools. Even though this means their teachers are paid more, teachers' unions are fighting models like this. The California Federation of Teachers model contract states that no employee shall be displaced because of distance learning or other educational technology.
We present mathematics using animation and graphics, and the students interact with the mathematics like it's a game.
At Madison Elementary in Santa Ana, California, state math scores went from 25% proficient to 83% in just 6 years using this software. Frontier Elementary went from 40% proficient to 80% in 3 years.
You'll see a lot of resistance of any type of technology in education for various reasons.
In fact, the California Federation of Teachers model contract states that courses taught with the use of technology may be included in a faculty member's workload only with his or her consent. Every child in America deserves the best education we can give them. We need to embrace the innovations that have been proven to improve their educational outcomes, even if it means adults in the system will have to make changes or sacrifices.
What benefits teachers does not always necessarily benefit students. Sometimes their interests are unaligned with each other. And in that case, as a society, we want policies that benefit students.
So the question is, will we embrace these innovations in education, or will they be short-circuited?